This is the kind of game college football fans love because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the UTEP Miners, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and will be underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the UTEP Miners offense will have the football first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Miners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Hobbs. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. All right, guys, let's step back here and talk UTEP. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited, and a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's not going to take the touchback. You just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Louisiana Tech's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And Jesse, if they have to look to their big tight end in the passing game, that could open the door to some struggles.
I mean, he has to be the go-to because he is their best weapon. This is not a dynamic passing attack with guys on the outside with speed, take the top off a defense, catch posts and goes. A lot of it goes through this tight end. So it's getting to the sticks, working open in zone coverage, being that reliable target for the quarterback. That's going to be important in this one.
No doubt. So that starts with great hands, contested catches, using that big frame to catch those intermediate passes, move the sticks, really be the go-to guy in this offense.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Oh, he wants it all. Makes the grab on the line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He'll do it himself. Nice move there. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, third and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Wilson. Breaks the tackle. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UTEP.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game...
But to get rid of the ball, he'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gives him the big stiff arm. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big.
That's the end of the quarter, and UTEP has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wilson on the carry. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. The lead now 6 here in the second. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. Florida Atlantic delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the American. Trust me when I say the party is on in Boca. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. His way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on third down. Finds the tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, baby.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up.
Intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Rides the back and leaves it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Gives it to the back on the draw. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and they will take the penalty. Motion from the back. They want to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. After the misfire now on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Miners are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got the tight end. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
Wants to go up top. He's got him this time. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the tight end. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Bringing it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what do you...
The hand to the running back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. You already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to get it through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown Miners! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Catch in the middle. It's Simon. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Off play action. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down.
Here we go.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And now on second down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to you and attack them.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Motion from the wideout. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. A strike downfield. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple yards.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. We've come to the break, and it's UTEP holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Line is set on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Hobbs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider.
They try to pop a run on the draw.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, oh, so tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
The Miners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal.
Come on, set.
Hand off to the fullback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
The quarterback takes a knee. Typically, you only see this at the end of the game or end of a half. I'm not really sure why we're getting an early peek at victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead
and just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it. 1st down and more. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Booth. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They just keep firing. Here's a heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just...
Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Zings it complete to the right. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Winning those individual 6-second battles